Hey guys, Psyche Pictures here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. In the last episode, we played in Pokemon Violet and fought Ayano and Kofu. This time, we're back in Scarlet and we're taking classes. Interested in any classes? So, these classes can be taken at any point, but they're not all unlocked right away. You've got biology, math, history, languages, battle studies, art, and home ec. Or you can just say, never mind, screw that. Which I would love to do. But to show everything in the Let's Play, I will be doing every single one of these classes, but not right away. I will be doing biology and math first, and then we're going to go back to fighting the gym leaders. So let's do biology. You'd like biology with Mr. Jacques? Sure. Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. Boop-a-doo. Now these are going to be entirely cutscenes, so just saying, it's not going to be too terribly interesting to watch. Mr. Jacques, he's the biology teacher. In my class, we'll learn about various quirks of our beloved Pokemon together. I hope you will come to love Pokemon even more from the things you learn here. In today's class, I'll teach you a great way to get to know Pokemon in more depth. If you'd like to become better friends with your Pokemon, you can let them come out of their Pokeball and walk along with you. Sounds great, right? That's called the Let's Go feature. You can use the ZR button to throw a Pokeball and let the Pokemon out inside. Let out the Pokemon inside. Something like that. Nothing cuter than watching your Pokemon run around underfoot. Once they let your Pokemon out, try speaking to them. They're sure to respond in some way. It's a great way to get to know them better. However, letting your Pokemon out of its Pokeball isn't such a great idea in some locations. Can anyone else tell me where it is that you shouldn't have your Pokemon walk alongside you? Near the water, inside buildings, in tall grass. Inside buildings. That's great. That's right. Great job, Psychic. I see you did your homework. The correct answer is that you should not walk with our Pokemon indoors. How about that? Some Pokemon might damage walls, desks, and other things walking around inside buildings, so it's not allowed regardless of its species. Even though you have Pokemon walking around in the main portion of the academy. Therefore, please only let your Pokemon out of their Pokeballs while outdoors. Okay, everyone? I think I see them out and about in classrooms from time to time, but still. Anyway, you may become even closer friends with your Pokemon pals by walking together. Oh, I almost forgot. Keep in mind that you can only walk together with your lead Pokemon. Remember, use the ZR to throw the ball and let out the Pokemon inside. You'll want to remember that You'll also want to remember that throwing a ball at a wild Pokemon will start a battle. It looks like that's all the time we have for today. See you all next class. So, I know this is going to be kind of repetitive with the classes, where, you take the classes and it's going to explain to you stuff that we should already know since we're the champions of the region. But, you know what? You do get a slight reward for doing that. And now, Biology 2 is available, which you can also revisit classes if you'd like. I don't know why, but okay. So, Biology 2. Yes. So, this is going to sound incredibly repetitive, as I said, but bear with me, I do want to show the classes. And you do get a reward after 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 these classes are done. After you complete one class completely, you get a reward. Hello, hello, I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Did you try using the ZR button to let your Pokemon out as I taught you in last class? Walking along with your Pokemon lets you see how unique and cute they all are. I also highly recommend picnics for when you want to spend some quality time together with the Pokemon in your party. You can get them all around the table to make sandwiches and play. It's really a lot of fun. If you want to learn more about making food, Mr. Saguaro's class is the best place to go. Now, sometimes, while you're enjoying a picnic with your Pokemon, you may find something very, very important in the basket next to your table. This important something is what Pokemon are born from. Let's all say it together. Boxes! Pokeballs! They're born from Pokeballs. Eggs! Phew! You all got it right. The very important something I'm talking about is a Pokemon egg. It's not clear where these eggs come from. Bow chicka bow wow! But they're probably placed in the basket rather stealthily by the Pokemon at the picnic. Not one person in this entire universe has seen a Pokemon how a Pokemon egg is made. Walking around with an egg will help warm it, which allows it to hatch. Eggs won't warm up by sitting in boxes though. You need to have them in your party. And here's one more super important thing I'd like you to remember about eggs. Pokemon entrust us with these eggs because they believe in us. Ding dong. So I sure would be happy to see you all being responsible parents for your little Pokemon eggs. Huh? Whoops, my most important point came right as the bell rang. Well, see you all next time, I guess. Okay, Mr. Jacques. Actually, now that I think about it, I haven't hatched a Pokemon egg in this playthrough. Yet, at least. Biology 3! Yes, please. Classes will begin. Don't be tardy. So this is basically what we're doing for all of the classes. We're not doing all... As I said, we're not doing all of them right now. We're just doing the first two. Hello, hello! I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs in our last class together. On that note, is everyone using their Pokedex? It registers Pokemon born from eggs as well as those encountered via other methods, so don't worry about that. And, just so you know, I'm the one who developed the Pokedex app. It was way before I started teaching here at the Academy, though. Back then, I was a researcher. In fact, Director Clavel wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching alongside me in the same facility. We got to research Pokemon together day in, day out. Those sure were fun times. I got yelled at all the time, though. Wait a second. How did I get onto this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokedex. Anyway. Today, I'd like to teach you about catching Pokemon. As you all know, a great way to catch a Pokemon more easily, is to first lower its HP. But there's another way to up your chances of successful catch. Can you guess what it is? Give it a berry, inflict it with a status condition, prove you're stronger. I haven't taken these classes in a while, and I haven't taken Saguaro's classes, but I totally forgot you could do prove your strength. You're stronger than the other Pokemon. Status condition. Wow, that's right, Psychic. Great job. The correct technique for making Pokemon easier to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep is an especially effective status condition. It makes Pokemon drastically easier to catch. If you have a Pokemon that can use moves that put your opponents to sleep, like Sleep Powder or Hypnosis, or Spore, filling up your Pokedex will be a cinch. There are many ways to improve your catch rate as well, like using Pokeballs specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Eating food that gives you catching power works too, or sneaking up on Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle. If you're having trouble, you may want to make the rounds to the gyms to get gym badges. Earning gym badges will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels. Please do come show me your Pokedexes once they start to fill up. Another day, another enjoyable class. Oh, yeah, don't forget, our next class will be a test. Test next class. That's your midterm. There are 6 classes total, and there's also a midterm and a final. You have to pass the midterm and the final in order to complete the class. What class do you want to take? Biology midterm. And there's going to be 5 questions, I believe, on the midterm and 5 questions on the final. Of course, the midterm is what we just learned, or should have already known, but the final is what all of the class was about. Hello everyone! Today is our midterm exam. It sure feels good to fill in all those empty spaces on the answer sheet, doesn't it? Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. What button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its Pokeball so it can walk with you? ZR. You can technically use R as well, but ZR is the button he talked about. Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where eggs are found. During picnics and in your basket. During picnics in your basket, A2. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up eggs? Going to sleep, walking around, battling, walking around. What will not make Pokemon easier to catch? Surprising them from behind, giving them a berry, inflicting them with poison, using certain kinds of Pokeballs, giving them a berry. What will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels? Gym badges. This question won't affect your grade. How do you like the Pokedex? Is it easy to use? I'd be happy to hear your honest opinions. It's alright, I don't use it that much. It's easy to use. Alright everyone, time's up. I hope you all enjoyed tackling those questions. The last question is just something that I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about it, okay? I'll grade these right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. I'm pretty sure I got 100 on that, but I'm not entirely sure about the berry question. I'm pretty sure that's correct, but whatever. Feels great to take a test out, to get the test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions to pass. Correct to pass. The midterm exams and 4 for the final exam. On this test, I got 5 out of 5. Good. Passing score. Congratulations. Mr. Jacques asked us to give this reward to students who pass the exam. 5 experience candies small. Again, this is useful early on, but not really useful when you become the champion. Good morning. What class? Biology. Let's just knock out all of biology today. I know this isn't the most exciting episode ever, but please bear with me. I do want to show the classes, and I just wanted to show them all at once. Wanted to show one class all at once, I should say. Instead of just multiple episodes of broken up classes. Instead of just multiple episodes with random classes in them when we could unlock them. Hello! I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. You did really great on the midterm exam. Thanks for answering my little question at the end, too. I'll be happy to keep your responses and I'll be sure to keep your responses in mind. Alright, now we're heading to the last half of our classes together. It's time for our knowledge to evolve and grow, just like our Pokemon. Evolution. Yep, haha, evolution! Today we're talking about going to learn the fascinating phenomenon of Pokemon evolution. As your Pokemon battle and level up, they learn moves and get stronger. And for some Pokemon, once they've leveled up enough, their appearance changes and their stats increase, sometimes by a lot. That's Pokemon evolution. The Pokemon will become strong when they evolve, making them trusty partners in battle. But some people prefer to keep their Pokemon in their adorable pre-evolution states. To do this, you just need to remember a certain button when your Pokemon begins to evolve. Say it with me if you already know. To cancel Pokemon evolution, press the A button, B buttons. There's no C button. B button! That's right, everyone. B for best answer. The button you want when you need to stop a Pokemon from evolving is the B button. If you press this button soon after a Pokemon begins to evolve, you can stop it from changing. You can also let the Pokemon hold an item known as an Everstone to keep it from evolving. And keep in mind that the requirements for evolution differ from Pokemon to Pokemon. Some may evolve having a certain item, some such as a Firestone or Thunderstone used on them. Others have to learn a specific move or defeat a specific Pokemon in battle to evolve. The way Primeape evolves into Annihilate is especially strange. You see, there's a certain move that... Whoops, sorry, looks like we're out of time. I guess we'll have to end class there today. Thank you all for your attention. Give me the other classes! Let's get these over with. Back to class! Doop-a-doop. Alright. But before we get going, do you remember the final question on the midterm exam? Well, Director Clovell found out about it somehow, and I got yelled at. Whoops. Apparently, he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. He must have noticed all the color flush right out of my face. Haha. Speaking of color, today I'd like to teach you all about colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different colorations or patterning on their bodies based on their gender or individual differences. In very rare cases, a Pokemon may have wildly different coloration compared to others of the same species. We call these specimens shiny Pokemon, because the Pokemon Company didn't really have a name for it to start off with, and the community went and said, oh, those are shiny Pokemon. Fun fact, that is actually true. It is quite rare to cross paths with one. I have one! Does anyone here know the likelihood of finding a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,000. Wow, that's right! You have the markings of a Pokemon Professor Psychic. I have a shiny. That's why I know. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg, too. Eggs from a pair of Pokemon raised around differing languages are a special case. There is a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs, but we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. I've also heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? This claim can't be scientifically verified, but it sure would be fun if it were true. Whoops, there's the bell. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Last class for biology. Biology with Mr. Jacques. Yes, please. Don't be late. Okay. Hello, hello, bonjour, and whatever else Ayano says. Next time we meet final exam. Today's the last actual class. The topic of today's class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of forms as the shape or appearances that Pokemon have. There's also a phenomenon called a form change, where a Pokemon's appearance changes under certain conditions. Cyclizar, for example, which we ride on as transportation here in Paldea, has 3 forms. The first is its basic form, where it walks on all 4 legs. Second is its battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to engage in battle. Finally is its ride form, where it inflates its throat sacs and its tail so you can ride on its back. Though we can use something you're all carrying with you... Wait. Though we can use something you're all carrying with you right now as an even better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Some smartphones are inhabited by certain Pokemon. Anyone know what Pokemon I'm referring to? It's Pikachu! No, it's Heracross. It's Rotom. You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, Psychic? Yeah? Because I have a Rotom phone. The Pokemon inside your smartphone is Rotom. And it does all sorts of things to help you out. A Rotom inside a Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. An ordinary Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though. Many Pokemon that change form do so simply by holding an item or having one used on them. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves as they change form. Form changes are different from evolution in that the Pokemon can return to its original form. But unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth between its forms. It's a lot to dig into with this form change phenomenon, as you can see. We can all learn something from Pokemon here, don't you think? It's a bit of a stretch, but I'd be happy to see you all enjoy your time at the Academy to the fullest and change form into a new version of yourselves. Or something like that, anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. Regional forms, which vary based on what region a Pokemon came from, don't change like other forms. They're an innate... Whoops, there's the bell. I guess I was scatterbrained Mr. Jacques right up to the very end, huh? I had a great time teaching you all. I hope you'll do your best on the final exam. Final exam time! Yay! Final exam for biology, please. Biology final, yes. Just go. Hello, hello! Time for the final exam. It will cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you all will do just fine. Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch Pokemon? Inflicting paralysis, using a Poketoy, surprising it from behind, and feeding it a berry. 2. True or false? you can get new Pokemon only by catching them yourself or trading with other trainers. That's not true, because you can get them from eggs too. If a Pokemon is holding an Everstone, will using an item that induces evolution, such as a Firestone, cause it to evolve? No. What is the probability of running into a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,000. True or false? The Pokemon known as Oricorio has 3 forms. No. Has 4. Do you have anything you'd like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing, but I sure had fun as your teacher. It was fun. Thank you for being our teacher. Keep teaching. You can do it. Keep teaching. You can do it. Alright. Snuck in a little bonus question there right at the end again. Shh. Our little secret. Don't tell the director. I'll grade these right away. I'm not sure about the catching and trading question. Again. But let's see. I need 4 to pass. And I got 4 out of 5. Okay. What? I don't know what I missed, but okay. Passed the exam, though, whatever. Experience candies M. So now, we have finished... That was weird. We have finished the biology lessons. We can take the final exam again, but since we passed it, I don't think that's a big deal. This has been Psyche Pictures, and I'll see you guys next time for the math one, I think I said. Yeah, for the math one. Let's go and take the math one next time. Don't worry, we're gonna be battling the time after that. Just be patient, please. This has been Psyche Pictures, and I'll see you guys next time for more Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Why does that person have their Fido out? You shouldn't do that. Didn't you take the biology class, kid? Stop it. Put that Pokemon in a Pokeball.